The recovery is coming. Tired.
25, 2/3 alive. I can still breathe enough of the time, enough to pretend like I'm alright.
Hey everybody, if you're new around here, my name is Hannah Martin. And I totally forgot that I was going to vlog this morning. I'm going to do my whole like aesthetic, waking up, like those chill vibes, but I forgot. So breakfast has been eaten already, but you know it's going to be a few days, so you'll get my breakfast and everything. Today is Thursday. No, I'm getting ahead of myself. Today is Wednesday, and we have a triple bill that we are performing this weekend. I'm performing one of the pieces called 24. I'm super excited about. Thought I'd just take you along. Tonight is the general rehearsal, and then tomorrow we have our very first shows. It's a new piece, new premiere with a Quixote dancer. For those of you asking about how my foot is doing, we're getting there. It's still a little bit stiff. The recovery is coming slower than I'd like. You can see the difference in. That was so painful last week. We're making progress. So I got straight onto my stretches this morning. This gives me a good indication of where my foot feels like it's at. It's been a bit of a back and forth process with the recovery. I also managed to tidy a bit of my bedroom before heading out to work, which was quite a sunny day, quite the luxury here in Britain. And this is where I work at Birmingham Royal Ballet. Sometimes I still have to pinch myself when I walk in the building. And here is my little cubby hole where I put my stuff. Yes, I do need to sort it out. It's an absolute mess. And I was super scared I was going to ruin my hair with those sunglasses. Anyhow, this is where I get all my stuff ready. I start getting focused for my day and get ready for morning class. First one here at the studio. I've got 45 minutes till class starts. Working back slowly, so we'll see how much we get through today. If you haven't watched my last video, you can go watch that. Give you a bit of context to my recovery, and very much almost there. I'm going to do some bar and some centre. And as with every day before class, I started with some rolling out. Rolling out is something that's super important right now as I recover from my injury, because my calf gets super duper tight, so I make sure I prioritise rolling out above all else before class, just to make sure the foot is ready to take the load I'm about to push it. And then I do my core exercises to get the rest of my body prepared for the day ahead. This was my first kind of day trying to put the point shoes back on. I didn't in class, but I did do a little bit of my own work after class to start feeling the point shoes again, because I haven't worn them in about a week. And then I had my lunch, good old chicken salad, and then post rehearsal we have the amazing ice bath. I have been ice bathing so very much recently. I try and do it 2 or 3 times a day, just so that it gives my ankle the best time to recover. I try and keep it at 11 degrees. And then I went for a little walk because I had a long break, and I'm trying to really stop myself from overdoing it, because that's the worst thing I can do for my foot. So I went and talked to my mum in one of my favourite spots in Birmingham. So I did class, progress has been made, and now I'm just going to go get a calf massage just to keep everything loose there. After my calf massage at the Jerwood, I went and watched a stage call because I was understudying one of the other pieces, and then I went to one of my favourite spots. As you guys know, Kula Pokey just makes me happy. A good old smoothie bowl with plenty of almond and peanut butter brings a smile to my face before the general rehearsal tonight. I still felt hungry afterwards, so I still ate the dinner that I had prepared earlier on in the week. And this was the first time we were doing it in full costume, hair and makeup. So it was super exciting. We also had all the photographers watching. I also got to throw the bottles, which I was super excited about.
I need to finish, and everyone that knows me knows that I can do this.
So I just finished general rehearsal. I feel so tired. Something's in my eye. Look at this brilliant shot. Look at this framing. I've just ice bathed, so that's why my calves are red. It's been a long day. I haven't done like loads, but what I did do was quite intensive. It's a bit stiff. The run was okay. Obviously still things that could be better. Feeling positive and tired. Ready to get a good night's sleep. I actually feel a bit sick. Quite nervous for the general. Just really wanted to do my best. I feel like I did, so that's good. Gotta get myself home, have a bath, and then go to bed. I feel so sick, I don't even want my normal hot chocolate. Just hope my neighbours don't keep me up all night. Let's go. I will probably see you tomorrow. Okay, I'm back. Just because I want to say how nice it is that when we go outside, it's still light. And all the shows so far I've done at BRB, it's always been pitch black when I've left a late stage call. It being still light at 9:30 is some blessing from God at the moment. I'm so thankful. Adrenaline is so much, I just can't sleep. Like 11 o'clock, 11:15. It's so hard to wind down with a bath and watching something and still feel like the adrenaline from the performance like rushing through my body. Fingers crossed I'll get some sleep soon. I'm so tired. Did not sleep well. I'm not used to the adrenaline. It's been a while since we had a show. I'll get better. I was waking up every hour. It's so hot. So I've been spending my morning, this is a mess, getting ready for my mum. She am so excited. Been cleaning up my room. Class is at 11:30 and then we have a full run of the piece and then opening night is tonight. So Thursday morning I was just trying to keep the nerves at bay. I was trying to kind of channel all my excitement and nervous energy into being excited for my mum coming later that day. I did my stretches, got myself ready. It was a beautiful sunny day, so I was trying to enjoy the weather as well. Again, did what I could of class and then came out of class and tried the point shoes back on, just slowly trying to build back up. It's always tricky to know where my body was at every day. I'm trying to learn throughout this process. It's a really good learning experience for me to recover back from this injury and just feeling every day where I'm actually at. I then had some lunch while doing some recovery and watched another stage call before doing another stage call myself, the final stage call before our performance. Just finished last rehearsal of 24 before we perform tonight. Like scary, exciting all at the same time. Wasn't my personal best run, but overall we all did well. Nerves are okay at the moment. Mum's come, so I'm gonna go see her, have dinner together at my house, then showtime. Gotta be back for the half hour at 7, I think. A little bit of extra nutrition before we get going tonight. You happy to be here?
I'm very happy to be
You nervous? You hungry? Right, I'm gonna eat and then I've got to go back to theatre. And then it was finally time. It was our first performance of 24. I've never actually performed in a triple bill before, so this was a really exciting time for me, especially considering this was the premiere of this piece and we were doing it in collaboration with a Costa dancer. It was the first time BRB has ever done this, so there was a lot of pressure. We didn't know how the audience was going to react to the piece. It's so totally different to anything that I've ever done, but the audience was absolutely incredible and I have never felt this way about a piece. An unbelievable feeling that I can't even put it into words, and the feeling of team spirit and the love between all of us at the end was just unbelievable. The energy, I would just love to relive this moment as many times as possible, please. Afterwards we went and we celebrated for just like half an hour, 20 minutes with some of my colleagues, and then it was Friday. Definitely felt tired because I hardly slept the night before. Just again, the adrenaline was so strong. but nothing that breakfast with mama couldn't fix. Good morning everybody, I'm just warming up for class, half asleep. I had a lovely morning, I went for coffee with my mum. I didn't vlog it because, amazing vlogger, I didn't sleep much last night because of the adrenaline. As you can see, I'm just so revved up for class. So ready just to I was about to say throw some bottles, but I'm not throwing bottles in this. Pointing some toes. Yay. As with the other days, I continued determined with my recovery and did as much class as I could, and then a little bit of point work in the centre on my own afterwards. There we go. Finished class this morning and now ice bathing, and I'm going to go out with my mum and Reagan for lunch/dinner before the show tonight. The ankle is feeling so much better. I'm trying to be very careful because I have job queue coming up in a week and a half and I want to be ready to do a point work in that. Just trying to pace wisely. So I have been wanting to go to Wildwood in Birmingham for the longest time. I just needed to find an excuse, and having both my mum and Reagan here to celebrate after opening night was the perfect excuse, and we ordered a salad and a pizza together, me and my mum, because I didn't want just to try one thing, I wanted to try two things on the menu, and it was super duper yummy. I was elevating my foot while having my food. It was quite oily, especially the salad was a bit too much oil for my liking. We did have an emergency placing call because there was a couple of people injured on this performance night. I definitely found this performance the trickiest. I think I was really tired, and perhaps the oil of the things we ate at that restaurant just didn't agree with me, so I wasn't feeling at my best. Also, the piece is so unpredictable and you have to be so focused, which I'll explain more in a bit. Ice bath. I have a different need for tonight's performance. I don't know if you can hear me, but if you can, tonight's performance didn't go as well, unfortunately. Definitely could have been better. We have two shows tomorrow, so I'm going to just look towards them. I got to do the big throwing at the beginning, which I really wanted to do for my mum watching, so I got to do that, which is so exciting. Very tired, as you can tell. I actually felt so sick this afternoon. I tried to chill because I felt so nauseous. But yeah, now my mum's waiting for me outside. I've just got to finish icing, then I'm off. Hopefully I will get some sleep tonight. The adrenaline rush has been insane. And Saturday morning dawned, and I was definitely feeling the fatigue by this point because I had yet another bad night of sleep, and also my mum was leaving that morning, which was so sad because I love it when my mum comes and visits me, which is not very often. Here is a little set of numbers which I wrote on my wrist before each performance because the piece involves lots of numbers and mathematical equations. Basically, there's 24 different roles that you could possibly do in the piece, and your number changes 4 times during the piece, so really could do 72 different roles, and you kind of have to know them all off by heart, and it's just crazy. So that's what I mean about being super duper focused when you're doing it, because you could literally be doing something different every single night.
Write to him. You owe him that.
I don't think I owe him anything.
So I'm on my way back to the theatre, eating my peanut butter and toast. I had a little lie down for 10 minutes. If I'm honest, after the last show I was just feeling really tired and really sick again. My body is just starting to say it's time for the weekend. We have one more show tonight. I have to say today's been tough. I'm just finding the constant ice bathing, trying to keep the energy up on stage, trying to keep the focus. It's really difficult. It's a good learning curve. I mean, we're only doing 4 shows of this. Much more intense than I think any other piece I've done here at the RB so far. You have to be so focused, trying to fuel well. And round 4, let's give it all we've got. Preparing for the final performance was so bittersweet, and guys, we got to customize our own tops. So comment down below, are the bottles half empty or half full? Yes, I moved the bin, but I wanted you guys to see the top properly because I put some definite innuendos to the YouTube channel on there because we were allowed to customize them however we wanted. The final performance, I think, was probably one of our best yet. It was the most incredible night. I really, really loved it and enjoyed it, and I even went out with everyone afterwards to celebrate, which I'd never really done before, so it was definitely a little bit out of my comfort zone. And yes, the Uber did get lost on the way back at 2 a.m, which was not the most amazing thing. All I can hear is ringing in my ears. Oh, I've never had that before. When does it go away? It's 2:30 a.m. I just got back. So we went and just danced all night because we hadn't had enough dancing time already. It's probably one of the most special memories I think I'll ever have. So yeah, feeling very grateful for all the experiences that I've had with a Quixote dancer in this process. I'm tired. Get this makeup off, undo my hair and get some sleep because I haven't slept. Don Q next week. I have to say I was pretty proud because I still made it to morning church service, which I definitely needed to soak up in God's presence again after the crazy week that I had. And then I cracked on with all my food prep for the week ahead. And yes, Sunday I'm treating myself to my favourite Kula Poke smoothie bowl. A salad for lunch. And I've just kind of trying to be recovering. Can't even speak properly. What is my problem? Tried to recover all day, get off my feet as much as possible, icing a lot, my ankle. Getting some social media stuff done. Start putting this vlog together. Unfortunately, I didn't get video up this week. I usually always try and upload once a week, but this week has just been so mad. Yeah, I'm gonna eat this up. I'm gonna try and get a really, really early night because we have the craziest week of rehearsals next week.
Family, they would never give permission. You don't need permission.
And before I knew it, it was straight back into rehearsals ahead of next week's Don Quixote at Sadler's Wells. There are still tickets available if you want to come and watch. I've been really trying to focus on my recovery side, which is all about nutrition and fueling and sleeping. But if you guys do want to come watch Don Q, make sure to book your tickets. I will link it down below. Lots of ice bathing once again, but all I can say is 24 has been incredible. It has pushed me beyond my wildest dreams. I have loved every second and I'm so grateful for the experience. I am definitely going to miss it with all of my heart.
Sure, I'll get used to it.
Make sure if you made it to the end of the video to comment this emoji and also comment something that you never thought you could achieve and you did. A dream that came true that you never thought was going to happen. See you guys all next week. Dream big and make it happen.
Still flinch, but I'm sure I'll get used to it.